family, it's Gina again, and I decided to do a video on how I carry my concealed carry firearm. I shared, excuse me, in my 5 and flee what my concealed carry is. I'll show you guys again. It has, it's unloaded. So my concealed carry is the P365 micro, and I chose this one. It's very compact and thin and small, and it didn't have a ridiculous amount of recoil for me. So that was the reason that I chose this one as my carry. I did try a couple other smaller handguns that are typically concealable, and I didn't like them as much. So when I carry, I know when I, let's rewind a little bit. When I started taking some instruction on firearms, how to use them, and all that stuff, learning about the firearms, I had a lot of questions. For one, what do people typically use to carry them for people who are carrying, especially women? I really didn't want to know how the guys were carrying, because most guys are carrying a larger firearm than me too. So I wanted to see how the ladies were and how they were keeping it concealed, because it's a little harder for us because of the way we dress. We typically, our clothes are a little bit more form-fitting sometimes. So I started following some ladies who are instructors who showed a lot of that. And then I also would ask around to ladies in the community that I knew were carriers. What I will say is it's going to be different for every person. I tried several different things, and what I ended up liking the most for me was the belly band. So I have a couple of these. I think I just got them off Amazon. I think I might have ordered one from some company. I don't know, to be quite honest. But I have a couple of them, and this is the way that I prefer to carry because it's the most comfortable for me. I don't feel like the firearm is like poking at me or anything like that. I don't feel self-conscious that people notice that I'm carrying. So that has become my probably 95% way of carrying my firearm. I also ended up trying out the this. I'm gonna take the holster off of it. This clip that you can get for like your jeans or different pants and stuff. And actually, you can use it on pretty much any pants. It's probably most convenient when you don't have like something that like your jeans and stuff, because it's harder to carry for ladies when we're wearing leggings and stuff like that. So you can clip this on there. It's very secured, and then you just clip your holster onto that. So another thing that I was finding out when I was looking into how I was going to carry is the different kind of holsters. So you have holsters that you're going to carry outside of the belt, and holsters that you will not carry but clip outside of your belt and inside of your belt. So it's the preference in how you want to carry that way. It's just a lot, y'all. So that's why I wanted to kind of touch on it a little bit, because I had a lot of questions when I started. So for someone who is looking into taking some firearm instruction because they want to get familiar with firearms for maybe home protection or to carry as well on themselves, just know you are not alone in having a lot of questions when it comes to this. But I will say this, there's so many different types of holsters. This is a hard one. I even have soft ones. I have this clamp. I also have a gun belt. What did I do with my gun belt? I thought I brought it over here. I guess I didn't. But I don't use it. It's not my thing. Um, I just find that like these tend to feel like they're poking at me. And another thing I learned is there's no one size fit all for these holsters. You should be making sure that the holster you get is made for the type of gun that you're going to be putting in it. Because I just thought I could go on Amazon and order some holsters, which I did. I think this is one of them. I had like a couple of them, and I was like, my gun don't fit in it. Now at the time, I didn't have my carry, and it doesn't fit either. So there's that. It doesn't fit. But I had my Canic. My first purchase was the Canic TP9, and it didn't fit. So I was talking to someone because of that, and I was like, well, did you make sure it was for da da da? And I was like, I didn't know I needed to do that. So because of that, I'm like, we don't know these things. Like, I took instruction, and I'm like, you don't know what questions to ask. I did ask, like, about, I didn't ask the person I was with because I instructed with a guy, and I'm like, he's not going to know what I'm going to be more comfortable with. I think a woman will have a better perspective of that. So I started asking women and following women to see what, was the best way. Everybody likes a different thing. Everybody likes where they carry at. Some people, carry more to the front of them. Some carry to the side. Some people prefer it to be in their back. Some people don't want it on their person. They have like purses or it almost looks like a carrying bag type situation where they can carry in this bag or in a purse or something that are made for that instead of on their person. So it just depends on you and what you are comfortable with when it comes to carrying. You probably will spend a little money trying out some things because these holsters are not cheap. This was an Eclipse holster, and I think I have a couple of these. I don't hate them. They just, they're not as comfortable as the belly band. So there are times where I will do the setup where I have this clamped on with the holster, and I'm comfortable for whatever that occasion is. But like I said, probably 95% or so of the time, I am carrying with my belly band. So I would say try out different ways. If you're fortunate enough to know somebody who already carries that can let you try out some of their equipment to see what's comfortable for you, that is a plus because you won't spend as much money trying to figure out what is going to be most comfortable for you. Or maybe going to like a gun show, I guess. Maybe I haven't been to any yet, but I would assume that they have those kind of things there where you could kind of put them on you and move around quite a bit, honey, because we ain't just standing and carrying. We're sitting, we're bending over, we're doing things. So you need to know that when you move around, it's going to still be comfortable. Of course it's going to be comfortable when you're standing. So make sure that you're checking the different ways that your body is going to be, so that instead of purchasing something and then you sit down and you're like, oh, that's not comfortable, that's kind of poking me. So do your due diligence. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to touch on that a bit because those were some of the questions that I had getting into firearms. Like, what's the best way, or how are most people carrying, especially women, and why they chose it also, which most times women are choosing what they choose because it's comfortable for them, and also they feel confident carrying with that method because they don't feel like it's noticeable. Most women that I know prefer to carry concealed. I do live in a state where I can carry open or concealed, but to me, it's just not safe for me to be carrying open. I really don't think it's safe for most people to carry open because you're going to be the first, like it's just drawing too much attention, you know. So my option on carrying was always going to be concealed, and I think most women are the same. So just try, you know, to look into the different ways of carrying. There's a lot of content out there on that. I am not the 2A guru for any other things when it comes to firearms. I feel like I'm just bringing the perspective that I can as a newbie because I'm newer to firearms, probably 2 years in now, I think. I don't even know. I might be exaggerating. I don't know. It's something like that. But it has not been, I think I am about 2 years in. It has not been that long, and I'm still learning. I, you know, am still finding things that I actually find that I want to try out when it comes to all the things with firearms, the carry-in, the holsters, all the things. So just, you know, find what's comfortable for you, and hopefully, you know, you don't have to go through 5 or 6 different methods before you get there, because I did. I think this was my last one. I think I got these last, the belly bands. Somebody talked about it. I was like, what? Because I wear a belly band when I work out sometimes, so I could do that. And I tried it, and I ended up liking that one the best. It's the most comfortable for me, and I feel the most confident when I have that one on, that someone is not noticing that I'm carrying. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this content. I am just trying to share from my perspective because I do see a lot of comments whenever firearms come up in my lives where someone's maybe thinking about it, on the fence about it, or just getting into it. And I just know that for me, there was just a lot of, I don't know the things, so I'm going to ask the questions. And everybody is not as comfortable asking the questions, but they need to know the things, you know, so that they don't waste a lot of time and money going down rabbit holes of buying things that you don't need or you're not going to use, because I don't use most of the holsters that I have. They're just here and they're brand new. Anyway, guys, I hope you like it. Let me know what you think about the content, and I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye.